That's why it is like I'm always, so I'm always in connection with the Krishna. So this, I'm the fortunate one. And when the Uddhava was been sent by the Krishna to pacify the gopis, he understood that it's like, I'm nowhere. I'm not at all near to this gopis bhava. Where am I standing? What the devotion the gopis are having. That's why he would like to become a Gulmalata. What consciousness is like the gopis in the viraha of the Krishna, they were experiencing the Krishna always. Then they were always talking of the Krishna. This time the Krishna happened here. He was there in this Madhuvan. He was there in this Vana, and he played such pastimes here. And they were laughing by just experiencing the pastimes. One gopi was experiencing that. He was like, Krishna was stealing my clothes. What a wonderful pastime it was happening with me. And sad by experiencing, this is like the pastime was happening with her that time only. It's like Uddhava was saying that this is a pastime, but is it really happening right now? As if the thing is happening right in front of the Uddhava, the gopi was experiencing that. So that's why she was fainting. And in that ecstasy, she was saying that, oh, why Krishna, give me my vasana, give me my vastras. Why are you stealing? So that way the different gopis were experiencing their intimate pastime with the Krishna, and everybody was in ecstasy. One gopi was dancing as if the Ras Leela is happening. One gopi was plucking the flowers as if the Krishna and Radharani is there in front of, and Yugal Sarkar is there in front of them. So that experience is there. So that, if you would like to experience the Vrindavan, we have to be in Vrindavan bhava, Vrindavan state of mind. Then only we can understand the Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a dham of separation and conjugal love. But we would like to just see only the conjugal love. But how the gopis experiencing the Krishna in absence of the Krishna. How many years the gopis were there with the Krishna? It is 7 years maximum, 8 years. And how many years they were experiencing the separation? This is like one time I can just say that it is like the Krishna is not leaving Vrindavan. But in this pastime, for the understanding the pastime's sake, if we can just say that Krishna has left the Vrindavan, but the 120 years they were experiencing the viraha, separation from the Krishna. So that's why even they in the viraha they were experiencing the Krishna. So Krishna never went from their mind, from their heart. So that is a Vrindavan. This is Vrindavan. It's like they are experiencing. This is when the Vrindavan, in the Vrindavan, the Krishna is playing the flute. They get maddened. What to speak about the gopis, they are getting maddened. All the gulma, lata, all the trees, all the cows, and all the shukar, sari, peacocks, even the Yamuna is getting mad. There is one place in Vrindavan where Yamuna, because she is flowing in a one direction, but when Krishna is playing the flute, she starts flowing in opposite direction. That's why that whole village name is called as Ujjani. In a Vrajabhumi, one place is called Ujjani, where Ujjani means ulta or the reverse, flowing in a reverse direction. So that's why Yamuna is getting maddened. when Krishna is playing flute. And what to speak about the gopis? They were not having any idea what to do when the Krishna plays the Venu. Some gopis were wearing the clothes when the Krishna played the flute. They forgot to wear the clothes. And they start running. Some gopis were bathing their kids. And the gopis, when the Krishna played the flute, they stopped bathing. Some gopis were milking the cows. They got frozen when Krishna played the flute. And what the experience of love they were experiencing, it was all shown on the pictures in the form of like their consciousness. They are like a mad woman. So the Vrindavan, that's why it is Vrindavan. Vrindavana is better than the Mathura. Better than the Mathura. That is, Ras Leela is happening. Tatrapi Rasotsavat. This is Ras Utsava, it is there. It is not a Kama Leela, it is not a rash Leela. Whatever the people are trying to copy the Ras Leela, it is called as a rash Leela. Rash Leela. When Kandu Yanena Karayor Eva Dukha Dukham, Trupyanti Neha Krupana, Bahu Dukha Banja. The people in general, they are having the Kama Leela. So that's why they are going to the places where the Dandiya Ras or Garba Ras is happening, and they are feeling like the what your Krishna is playing the same way we would like to play with others' wife or others' daughters. But what is happening there? The people are just influencing the man would like to give his stylish way and would like to I'm not getting the word. It's like he would like to show how I am so powerful and try to give a good look toward the woman. And the same is there with the woman. They would like to go there where the husband is also playing and she is also playing openly with others. This way I'm somewhat like the orthodox, maybe, and would like to be always forever. But the thing is that this is not like the people always are having the differences, where the people say that the orthodox people are very conservative in the mind, and we are open-minded, we are free words, or like we are having open ideas, and you people always are having the scriptural understanding, but you don't have any practical understanding. But we hear the statistics after the Garba and Dandiya, the people or the small girls or 18, 20 years girls, they are becoming pregnant. That was the ratio. Like the statistics, you can just see in Pune and Bombay, when the Garba or the Dandiya is being played after some months, the small 18, 19 years girls, they are becoming the pregnant. Why? It is like influence. They are feeling it is like the bodily attraction is so much. So that's why it is not a Ras Leela they are playing. They are playing with the Rash Leela. Rash means if you are just scratching the body, then it is becoming a rash. So that's it is a rash. Kandu yanena karayor eva dukha dukham. It is like, it is the calm is like that only. How much you are scratching the boil, then it will be increasing the boil, and one day it will be the wound, the blood will be oozing out. So that's why it is not good. We should not copy the pastimes of the Krishna like that. And on the context of your Krishna is playing that. Krishna can leave the gopis in the midst of the Ras Leela when he feels that there is a pride in the gopis. So he can leave them. He is not too much attached with them. He would like to show that I'm not henpecked like that. Whatever you can just experience. But Krishna likes the gopi power. Yeah. Tatrapi Rasotsava. Then it is Govardhana. Ihapi Govardhana. It's just like Krishna, in the Vrindavan, there is a Govardhan which is very dear to Krishna. And that Govardhan, it is called a Haridasa Varya. There are 3 Haridasa Varyas in whole Bhagavatam it was mentioned. First one is Uddhava himself, and he is taking shelter in the Vrindavan and would like to become a Gulmalata. The second one is Yudhishthir Maharaj. The third one is the Govardhan himself. It has been said that the Govardhan hill is non-different than Krishna himself. So that's why it is called as Haridasa Varya. It is a Govardhan hill, still it is there present. So that's why we are making the round of the Govardhan hill, Govardhan Parikrama. It is said that our acharyas used to do a Govardhan Parikrama. Raghunath Das Goswami used to make the Govardhan Parikrama. And the Govardhan Shila and Gunjamala was been offered by the Lord Chaitanya to the Raghunath Das Goswami. Sanatan Goswami used to do a Govardhan Parikrama every day, the bigger one. We are doing 21 kilometers parikramas. Sanatan Goswami used to do a 35-kilometer parikrama every day. Because the Govardhan is where Ashtaprahariya Leela, the main conjugal Leela of the Krishna, used to happen in near to the Govardhan hill. So it has been said that these three things are as it is in the Vrindavan. Now we can, if you would like to see the Vrindavan, that time 5,000 years back when the Krishna was there personally, and now what are the things are there remnant? The 3 things are we can see. The first one is Yamuna is there as it is. It has been polluted and it has been contaminated by the human. Whenever the human beings touches there, all the things are getting polluted. The Delhi waste has been poured into the Yamuna, but still the Yamuna is there. Second place is that Govardhan hill is there. And the third one is Vraja Raja is there. So land of the Vraja or the Mitti of the Vraja is there. These 3 things are as it is. So that's why it is where our Kanha went with the bare foot, that Vraja Raj, we can take it. Where Kanha lifted, where the Krishna lifted the Govardhan, that Govardhan we can do a circumambulation, it's a parikrama. Where Krishna played a beautiful pastimes in the Mother Yamuna, that we can take a dip in. The same things are there. There are many other things are also there. Radha Kund, Sham Kund, 12 forests. But these are the 3 gross level things we can just see. Is there. And Ashtaprahariya Leela, the more conjugal or more sweet pastimes were happening in a Govardhana. So that's why Tatrapi Govardhana. Radha Kund Ihapi Gokulapati. This is a Radha Kund, Sham Kund, we are saying. The Krishna is playing the beautiful pastimes of Radha and Krishna are playing the most beautiful pastime. The appearance of Radha Rani, or Radha Kunda is because of very sweet pastimes of the Arishtasur. You all must be knowing this pastime. The one day, like all the demons were really coming in a different form. The Keshi was in a horse form, then Dhenuka was in a donkey's form, then Vatsasur was in a Vatsa form, or the small uh, cows form, it is was there. So then the Arishta thought that this is like Krishna likes the cows. If I come in the form of bull, he may not kill us. So better I can go in the form of bull. So the Arishta went there. And at that time, Krishna was not there in Vrindavan. He was near to, he was grazing the cows. And Arishta was creating havoc. And Krishna got a news that one new demon has come in the form of bull. So he immediately ran towards. And he saw that he is there in a form of bull. And Krishna understood that now how to kill him. I have to kill this bull. Even though he is a bull, I have to kill him. And rest others were watching now the Krishna, how he will be killing. And Arishta marched toward Krishna and attacking, making a voracious sound. It is making a huge sound, like the clouds were making the sound. And generally, when the bull attacks, the bull makes their neck downside, and they would like to whirl their opponent with their horns. Same way, the Arishta bent down his neck, would like to hurl the Krishna like this. Krishna first time, he just made his way clear. Like you must have watched the game, like when the bulls were trying to attack. There is a game I used to watch that. Like one man who wears showing the red cloth to the bull, and the bull is marching towards him, and he somehow is making a good left of that. And the next time the bull is also very attackive, and the same way he is just making a dodge towards a bull. So it is the game. The Krishna was the same game was been started by the Krishna. Krishna was making Arishta very more fearful or ferocious by just dodging him. And then Arishta finally thought that like, now it is enough is enough. He just dodges me like that. I'm just running in one particular direction, and he is escaping himself by just sliding down. So he understood that the Krishna is very clever. So in the final ride, means like when he was attacking like the final way, he made himself ran in a one direction, and he understood it, like the Krishna is also making a good escape of him. So he ran towards that direction, and Krishna understood it. Now he understood my plan. So Krishna took hold of his horn and just press him down. And Arishta was trying to make his neck upside to whirl Krishna into the air. But Krishna hold such a way the horns like that. Krishna, by his two tender hands, tender looking hands, but putting a pressure over the Arishta, and Arishta bent it down. His legs were broken, And Krishna whirled him like this. Again, he threw in his air, and Arishta died on the spot. So, whole pastime, the gopis also saw, the Vrajavasis saw, and the Vrajavasis clapped their hands. And Radharani came in front of Krishna, and in a teasing way, Radharani asked Lalita Sakhi, why everyone is clapping the hands like that? We don't know. What a great heroic work he has done to kill a bull. He is killing a bull. He is killing a cow. So it is all sinful. There is no great work like this. So the Krishna says that it is like he was a demon. You have not seen that what all the things he has done. He attacked all the Vrajavasis, made them fearful. And I am Namo Brahmane Devaya Go Brahm Hitaya Jagat Hitaya. I am the Jagat Hitaya. So for everyone's welfare, I killed him. And you are not giving me a single credit for that. What? You have not understood. So still Radharani was saying, nothing is attracting me. You are a sinful fellow. You should wash your sin by going to the different places of the pilgrimage. So Krishna says that I will call all the saintly rivers and the pilgrimage place into this same land of the Vrindavan. Already the Vrindavan is full of, or the Vrajabhumi is full of all the dhams. There is a Badrinath there. There is a Kedarnath there. There is a Gangotri there. There is a Yamunotri in Vrindavan. You can see all the places like Badrinath, Kedarnath, Gangotri, Yamunotri in the Kamyavan. There are all the places, all the dhams are there in this dham, Vrajabhumi. So the Krishna laughed and said that all the dhams are there in this. No need to go. I told this thing to my father also, so that's why he accepted. And like the Manasi Ganga is there, so that there I asked him to take a dip, and he agreed. Now for you, how can I convince? So then the Krishna asked all the rivers to come. So this is like Gange cha Yamune cha Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sanithi Kuru. All the 7 rivers appeared one by one, and they were folding the hands in front of Radha and Krishna and saying that I am Mother Ganga, I am Ganga, I am appearing now here. I am Mother Yamuna, I am Saraswati, I am Kaveri, I am so like that, Narmada, I am Godavari. So they were all going there. And Krishna took bath and says that now I am purified. What about you then? Krishna smiled and asked Radharani. See, as per you, I committed a sinful activity. Okay, now I'm just purified by taking a bath. Now it is called as a Shamakunda. And you washed me while I was making a sin, or I was killing a so-called cow or bull. So you are also a part of the sin. So where you will go and wash your sins? So Radharani says that, no, there is no sin for us. Krishna says that a person watches the sin, he is also infected with the skin. So now you have to wash your sin. If you would like to take a bath in my pond here, take a bath. Radharani explained that So all the holy rivers are coming in this, and you took a bath, so that's why it is becoming a very blackish. How I can take a bath in the black water? I will make my own arrangement. So she ordered all the gopis and says that I will make my own kunda. So with the kangana, she started scratching the land. And all the gopis were drinking the water from the Kusuma Sarovar. And they were all tired. How much water they can bring it from the Kusum Sarovar and pour it in the all the gopis were making the Kangana Kunda by the Kangana. And Krishna says that better you can take the water from my own kunda. And all the rivers requested again to Mother Radharani and says that we would like to come in your kundas. So the Radharani granted the permission of coming there. And all the holy rivers appeared in the Radha Kunda in the same place. And Krishna proclaimed there that whoever takes or sprinkle the water, whoever touches the body of Radha Kunda, this most fortunate place in the whole entire existence or the creation. That is the most favorite place or lovable place for me. And I will be doing always a good pastimes or loving pastimes in this place. So the Radha Kunda is the most dear to Lord Krishna, because it is a Radha Rani who made the kund with her own kangana. So that's why it is Radha Kund. So we are ending with this 9th shloka. Yeah. So now I will be sharing the other slide. Till that, just 2 minutes. We will be starting with the 10th shloka number 10. So it is shloka 10th. We can recite this shloka. Just a minute. कर्मेभ्यः परितो हरेर् प्रियतया व्यक्तिं ययुर्ज्ञानिना. Please recite after me.
कर्मेभ्यः परितो हरे प्रियतया व्यक्तिं ययुर्ज्ञानिना.
तेभ्यो ज्ञान विमुक्त भक्ति परमा प्रेमैकनिष्ठस्तथा.
तेभ्यो ज्ञान विमुक्त भक्ति परमा प्रेमैकनिष्ठस्तथा.
तेभ्यस्ता पशुपाल पंकज दृशा ताभ्योऽपि साराधिका.
राधिका
प्रेष्ठा तद्वदीयं तदीय सरसि तां नाश्रयत् कृति कर्मेभ्यः परितो हरेर्प्रियतया व्यक्तिं ययुर्ज्ञानिनास्
प्रियताय व्यक्तिम्यायुर्ज्ञानिना
तेभ्यो ज्ञान विमुक्त भक्ति परमा प्रेमैकनिष्ठस्तथा
तेभ्यो ज्ञान विमुक्त भक्ति परमा प्रेमैकनिष्ठस्तथा
तेभ्यस्ता पशुपाल पंकज दृशा ताभ्योऽपि साराधिका
तेभ्यस्ता पशुपाल पंकजादृशा ताभ्योऽपि राधिका
निष्ठा तद्वतीयं तदीय सरसि तां नाश्रयत् कृति
ताद्वदीयं तदीया सरसितं कृति.
Somebody can read the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, please.
In the Shastras, it is said that all types of fruitative workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life, is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, Gyanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge, may take to devotional service. He is superior to the others. However, one who has actually attained prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees because they are always totally dependent upon Sri Krishna, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most dear to Krishna. Her kund is as profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as is most beloved of the gopis, who then will not reside at Radha Kund and in a spiritual body surcharged with aesthetic devotional feelings, aprakrita bhava, rendered loving service to the divine couple of Sri Radha Govinda, who performed their Ashtakalya Leela, the eternal eightfold daily pastime. Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the banks of Radha Kunda are the most fortunate people in the universe.
So in this essence, it is said that in this sloka, Karmibhya parito hare priyataya vyaktim yayurnyaninas. So it is the karmis, in a sense, better than the karmis, it is a jnanis, and better than the jnanis, it is bhaktas. And in that, all the bhaktas, somebody's voice is coming in between. So, jnani, like the karmis, and better than the karmis, it is the jnanis. Better than the jnanis, it is the bhaktas. And amongst the bhaktas, Radharani is the supreme, and she likes the Radha Kund. And who would like to please Radharani resides near the Radha Kund. This is the essence of the shloka. Yeah, please go on reading this one.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. On this planet, we find many businessmen, politicians, and others who are simply interested in material happiness. They attempt to earn money by all means, not considering whether such means are pious or impious. Such people are called karmis or gross materialists. Among the karmis are some vikarmis, people who act without the guidance of Vedic knowledge. Those who act on the basis of Vedic knowledge perform sacrifices for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu and to receive benedictions from him. In this way, they are elevated to higher planetary systems. Such karmis are superior to the vikarmis, for they are faithful to the directions of the Vedas and are certainly dear to Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Ye yatha mam prapadante tam sathaye bhajamiham. In whatever way one surrenders unto me, I reward him accordingly. Krishna is so kind that he fulfills the desires of a karmi and jnanis, not to speak of the bhakta. What to speak of the bhaktas? If
So, okay, please go
If
on.
one acts piously, he can attain a new body among the demigods in the higher planetary systems, or he can attain some other position in which he can enjoy a higher standard of material happiness. On the other hand, those who are engaged in impious activities are degraded and take birth as animal, trees, and plants.
In general, we are making a tag towards the materialist people as the karmis. But the karmis, we are just saying that like the businessman or the politicians or many others, they are the karmis. But in general, they are not the karmis, they are the vikarmis, because they are having the opinions towards the opening the cow slaughter, or they are giving the permission for the abortion and many others. So it is a vikarmi in general. The most of the people in this world are called as a vikarmi. And those who are following the scriptures in general and trying to make the advance, like that they are doing some yajnas, they are believers of the Lord, and they are somewhat slow progress, karma kanda, they are interested. They are not nastika, they are astika. There are nastika karmis, there are astika karmis. Nastika vikarmis and astika karmis. They are those who are believers of the scriptures, they are believing in the scriptures, they are believing in the God, but they are having the karma kanda way. These people will go to the heaven, and rest other vikarmis, they will be going, or they are suffering deep into the places called as a naraka, or the hell. Yeah, please read this.
Hare Krishna. Thus, those Hutu actors who do not care for the Vedic directions, Vikarmis, are not appreciated by the learned saintly persons, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.4. Materialists who work hard like dogs and hogs simply for the sense gratifications are actually mad. They simply perform
Sorry. We can read the shloka also. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yadindriya pritaya apnoti na sadhu manye yat atmano yam asannapi kleshada asadeha.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Materialists who work hard like dogs and hogs simply for the sense gratifications are actually mad. They simply perform all kinds of abominable activities simply for the sense gratification. Materialistic activities are not at all worthy of an intelligent man. For as a result of such activities, one gets material body, which is full of misery. Materialists foolishly make many plans to become happy in this material world. They do not stop to consider that they will live only for a certain number of years, out of which they must spend a major portion of acquiring money for sense gratification. Ultimately, such activities end in death. Materialists do not consider that after giving up the body, they may become embodied as the lower animals, plants, or trees. Thus, all their activities simply defeat the purpose of life. Not only are they born ignorant, but they also act on platform of ignorance, thinking that they are getting material benefits in the shape of skyscraper buildings, big cars, honorable positions, and so on. So, this is a verdict of Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.5.
So this slide where Srila Prabhupada is mentioning about the Nastik karmis. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yad indriya pritaya apnoti na sadhu manne yat atmanoyam asannapi kleshada asate. Everybody is interested to make the skyscraper building or good apartments or having the modern gadgets and the car and many others, who is asking the question about the next life? What I will be in the next life? Everybody is making the plan of their future years. But what about the future life? Nobody is thinking. So it is like we are thinking about some small span of the years, but we are not thinking of the whole picture, where our next birth will be, or whether we would like to escape or skip the next birth and go back to God. So this is the Nastic karmis. They are interested in the they are interested in the prayers. Nobody is thinking about the Shreyas. What is just next to me? Like we are laughing at the small kids. We are showing them the Cadbury chocolates and 500 rupees note. Nowadays, the small kids are also very intelligent. But if that kid is not that much intelligent, he will be picking up the small gift, or it is immediate gift. It is what? The chocolate. He will not understand within this 500 rupees, I will bring many chocolates. The same way, we are living our life like that with the prayers. What I will be getting right now, what I will be getting right now within 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. But what about after the life, after this life? Have we prepared for that? So that is Nastic karmis. They are just thinking about increasing their effective of life. They are increasing their comfort in their life. Please read.
Hare Krishna. From need to greed. The carpenter can take the salary, but not own the table. The parliament is used by president, but can't be sold to one. One spends most time in accumulating a lot, like that squirrel, nutty. And what will you do with it? You will be dead and gone. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.2 tells, we need to simplify, don't try to accumulate. At the present moment, almost everyone is engaged in some kind of fruitive activity. Those who are desirous of gaining material profits by working are called karmis or fruitive workers. Hare Krishna.
Please.
Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Greek story of Sisyphus, who was given punishment to raise a stone boulder up the mountain again, to roll back to zero all days long with the supervision of soldiers. Our current life of accumulation and death and restarting new life is similar to it. Materialists do not consider that after giving up the body, they may become embodied as lower animals, plants, or trees. Thus, all their activities simply defeat the purpose of life. Not only are they born ignorant, but they act on the platform of ignorance, thinking that they are getting material benefits in the shape of skyscraper buildings because honorable positions and so on. The materialists do not know that in the next life they will be degraded, and that all their activities simply serve as parabhava, their defeat. This is the verdict of Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 5th chapter, and 5th sloka. Parabhavas tavad abodha
Jata.
abodha jata.
Parabhavas tavad abodha jata. So it is like, it is our own story. The Sisyphus, who was been given a punishment to raise a boulder to the mountain, and people or the supervisors were beating him from the back. We are also doing the same thing. We are trying to lift the boulders with our responsibilities, and our expectors, like those who are there thinking that like you have to do it, you have to do it. This is like lift the boulder, lift the boulder. If you are not lifting it, then they will be just punishing you.
But Prabhuji, these days,
Sorry,
please go ahead.
please ask the question if you are having.
Yeah, but these days, cost of living is very high, Prabhuji, to maintain the family and to survive ourselves after retirement. So, by considering all these things, we are unable to, come out of these hardworking things, Prabhuji. So, in that case, how do we have to realize ourselves?
See, cost of living, and one has to judge oneself. It's like whether the cost of living for the taking up or making us our status quo like that, or it is like for the name of like I am a software engineer and I am earning something like in 80,000 or 60,000 or something, where I can stay, what the facilities are required for me, and how much I am compromising my spiritual life by that. Sometimes it is like I know one person who is in a debt of something 40 lakhs rupees. And now he is in a Hinjewadi, in a Blue Ridge. He is owning a flat of 3 BHK, and it is like that flat, the EMI he has to pay. He was having a job in a IT company. He lost a job in the Corona time, and now he is still owning the flat. He has to pay the EMI, and another 40 lakhs rupees he got a loan for his car, because he would like to live he got habituated to live like that. And then to pay the EMI, he was having another loan by another bank. And then he just asking me that what things I can do. I can live in Hinjewadi in Blue Ridge only. I just told him that why can't you live in a smaller area? If you would like to play, you lost your job, and you are not having, or you can sell that flat. There is no question of the EMI. Be there in a rented home till the time you are getting another job, and then you can work for that. Or else why you are having the loan? You would like to live a very what we can say false life, to show that I am also rich, or I am also a very very potent person. I can also earn that. Right now, what is the situation where we would like to live? How much I can do saving? The people work for the society to make their status quo. Majority of IT professionals, they are spending lavishly. Why it is required? And then we feel that I have to earn it. 80,000 rupees, it's not sufficient. It's like, I'm just asking. I'm not criticizing. I'm not criticizing you all, but I'm just saying we are trying to go in that way where the others are also going. I also need to have a car. The people are staying near the company, and they feel that like I also need a car because I am a manager in the IT company. or else my wife is saying that, please have a car. Is it really required? Whatever the gadgets we are having, is it really required? I'm not saying that become a very simple man and the people will be understanding, oh, you are not having a money at home. But while spending, we have to ask ourselves that how much money I require to spend a good life. That understanding is there between the wife and the husband. If they should ask the question whether I would like to live a very lavish life, whether I would like to, what are the expenditures are needful expenditures, what are not. People now are having the habit of going by the flight only because it is a testing. If the company is sponsoring, it is all right. But whenever you are spending from your own money, then have the eye on that. Why it is required? The people go to the different places out of India. I don't know about the devotees, but some devotees also go. It is required for my family life. They say that. One generation before, the people were not earning that much. They were not going. But now we are having the fat salary. So we would like to live the way I can live, or I can spend much, earn much, spend much. Is it really required? That the question one can ask to oneself. Nobody can give a flat answer like this. I'm seeing some people, but I cannot say that like that is their need, or they can have the meetings in their home. How much I can spend? The people are now like a simple living and high thinking. Only it is not meant for the brahmachari, it is for the grahasthas also. What I am seeing some grahasthas, they are also having the simple living and high. Every Vaishnava is having the high thinking because our philosophy is very high. But are we really going into the direction of the simple living? Whatever it is required, that thing I will be spending for. Whatever it is not, why should I spend it like that lavishly? So that is individual. We can do a survey to ourselves only. How much I can spend, how much I am earning, how much I can spend. The people are unnecessarily, they are investing. One flat is there in Hyderabad, one flat is there in Bombay, one flat is there in Pune, and they feel that it will come to my rescue whenever I will be bankrupt. Why? The properties we are taking and we are actually working like anything. How much we can take the property, how much we can earn, how much we can spend, and how much we can put into the bank for the saving. It is up to oneself. Nobody can give a flat guidance like that. नहीं नहीं इतना ही नहीं. हमको हमारा decision लेना है कि how much I can give or how much I can have the emphasis on how much money I can spend and how much money I can put into the bank for my future. Where my dependency is going on my money or my dependency is there on the Krishna. One should not go in an extreme direction, either in that spending in extreme things, or reserved direction that I will not be spending at all. One should have the balance in his life. But that balance, that person only knows that. Where to spend, what to spend, how to spend, on whom to spend. That whole thing is, we should ask the question to ourselves, where I am spending, it is not required at all, but I'm spending. The people spend on so many things. Amazon, they are hiring, they are ordering like anything. Every week, some item is coming to the home. Maybe if that is required, I will be ordering. If it is not, then why should I order? And the people don't see that where to invest. It's like, I cannot tell you all this thing, but it is like, it is individual personal thing is to do a survey within our own self. Where am I going wrong? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, please go on reading this.
Sorry, I'm in mute. At the present moment, almost everyone is engaged in some kind of fruitive activity. Those who are desirous of gaining material profits by working are called karmis, or fruitive workers. All living entities within this material world have come under the spell of the Maya. This is described in the Vishnu Purana 6.7.61. Vishnu Sakti para prokta क्षेत्रज्ञ तथा परा अविद्या कर्म samajnanya tritya saktirishate. Sages have divided the energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead into three categories, namely the spiritual energy, marginal energy, and material energy. The material energy is considered to be the third class energy, Tritiya Sakti. However, in this life or after executing pious activities in the next life, some karmis become strongly attracted to performing various kinds of sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas. Thus, on the strength of their pious merit, they are elevated to heavenly planets.
So it is said that it is like, I will work and I will earn and I will enjoy. This is the formula. In general, the Vikarmis are actually having this formula. I will work very hard and I will try to enjoy. Working, I am working, I am earning. So I am having the rights for spend also. Where to spend, that decides punya or pap. What activities I will be doing with my hard work or hard-earned energy or hard-earned money. So that will decide the punya and pap. And that will decide the bhakti or bhakti unmukta sukruti also. If I am engaging my money for some spiritual cause indirectly, then it is a bhakti unmukha sukruti. I am just giving a donation. I am just giving a donation to some temple. I am just thinking that by that donation, my money will become very good money. And in that due course time, I am just offering money to the Vishnu temple. Then it is a bhakti unmukha sukruti. Energies of the three kinds. That is spiritual, marginal, and material. Then this marginal energy is having the it is only the thing where the soul can use the material to engage into the spiritual cause. Then that matter also becomes a spiritual. So where the soul is having the resources in the form of the matter, and if that resource has been used in the cause of the spiritual things, then that matter becomes a spiritual thing. Look at this person, just like it has been mentioned in this the slide only. This person is like a vikarmi, is yelling and shouting. And initially, he is kind of behaving like the Vikarmis. After some time, he may engage in the process of the karma kanda initially, and then he will become astik. Then he will become a karma kandi, so ready to give to the heaven, he will go to the heaven. So there is a Vishnu Shakti para prokta kshetra jnaka tatha para avidya karma samyad tritiya shakti rishyati. This is like how the person can transform if he can just engage in the spiritual cause. Even that may be a karma kanda way, but he has becoming some transcendental, or he is becoming the instrument and performing some transcendental activity. May not be direct devotional, but he will, from this world, he can transfer to some higher realm. Now he is staying by the Vikarmi, he will be going to the hell, but by some transcendental, by some sort of good work, he may transcend from this world to the another, or to this place, to the heavenly planets. Urdhvam gacchati satvasta, madhye tishtiti rajasa, jaganya gunavrastista, adho gachanti tamasa. So where he is, which energy he is capturing, which consciousness he is in, that will make him to flow in an upper way or into the down way, or to remain in the same position. Urdhvam gachanti sattvasta. If he has transcended, or he has more into the sattva guna, then he will go to the heaven. Please go on reading this one.
Hare Krishna Babu. Karmis, even Krishna respects the karmakandis as they are within the Vedic fold. They are authorized sense gratifiers. The Vikarmis says, I have worked hard, so I will enjoy. They are lawbreakers. They suffer. Karmis or karmakandis have faith. I cannot enjoy without Lord's sanction. They enjoy by performing Vedic injunctions. One of the verses, this reason is given to know what is Krishna's outlook. He is such a benevolent Lord that whatever a person is able to do for him, he is satisfied. Krishna accepts the karmakandis also in the Vedic fold. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Is read this also?
As mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 9.21, Shine Punne Martya Lokam Vishanti, after exhausting the results of their so-called pious activities, they again return to the earth, which is called Martya Loka, the place of death. Although such persons may be elevated to the heavenly planets by their pious activities, and although they may enjoy life there for many thousands of years, they nonetheless must return to this planet when the results of their pious activities are exhausted.
So it is the karmakandas. So next one. Please read it. Somebody else can read.
Yeah, unless one comes to the platform of Atma Tattva, by which one understands that the soul and not the body, body is oneself, one remains on the platform of ignorance. As indicated in Srimad Bhagavatam by the term Sarira Bandha, bound to bodily existence, as long as one maintains any conception of sense enjoyment, his mind will be absorbed in karma, fruitive activity, and this will oblige him to transmigrate from one body to another. However, although a jnani may be liberated from the ignorance of the karmis, unless he comes to the platform of devotional service, he is still considered to be in ignorance, avidya. Although one may be accepted as jnani or advanced in a knowledge, his knowledge is considered impure because he has no information of devotional service and thus neglects the direct worship of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So it is Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Ma Prapatyante Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sutodeva. After many lifetimes, a jnani will understand that Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. all is subset of the Vasudeva. Everything is provided by the Vasudeva only. That person, after Bahunam, Janmanam, after many lifetimes, he will be understanding. So that's why the karmis or the karmakandis will not understand so easily, because Vasudeva Sarvamiti will be understood by when the knowledge comes, then that time he will be understanding, and that knowledge will be after so many lifetimes. Yeah, please.
When a jnani takes to devotional service, he rapidly becomes superior to an ordinary jnani. Such an advanced person is described as Jnana Vimukta Bhakti Parama. How a jnani takes to devotional service is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 7.19, where Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, Jnanavan Mam Prapadyati, Vasudeva Sarnamiti, Samahatma Sudurlabhadaha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all the causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. Actually, a person is wise when he surrenders unto the lotus feet of Krishna. But such a Mahatma, great soul, is very rare. The devotees who have developed love of Godhead are certainly in an exalted position.
Yeah.
Shall I continue, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Of all these devotees, the gopis are recognized as superior because they do not know anything other than satisfying Krishna. Nor do the gopis expect any return from Krishna. Indeed, sometimes Krishna puts them into extreme suffering by separating himself from them. And nonetheless, they cannot forget Krishna. When Krishna left Vrindavana for Madhura, the gopis become most dejected and spent the rest of their lives simply crying in separation from Krishna. This means that in one sense, they were never actually separated from Krishna. There is no difference between thinking of Krishna and associating with him. Rather, Vipralamba Seva, thinking of Krishna in a separation, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, is far better than serving Krishna directly. Thus, of all the devotees who have developed unalloyed devotional loving for Krishna, the gopis are more exalted. And out of all these exalted gopis, Srimati Radharani is the highest. No one can excel the devotional service of Srimati Radharani. Indeed, even Krishna cannot understand the attitude of Srimati Radharani. Therefore, he took her position and appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just to understand her transcendental feelings. Hare Krishna.
So the gopis' love, when the Krishna was present personally, and gopis' love of the separation, when the Krishna was not there personally, the Vipralamba bhav is more deep than the Sambhoga bhav. When the presence of the Krishna is there and the absence of the Krishna is there. So the gopis, when they lived without Krishna, or when they lived in absence of Krishna, that was more relishable, more admirable. There was more deep exchanges of love. The love, the experience, like when the Krishna was leaving, they all fainted. They were pleading, Akrura, you are not Akrura, you are Akrura. How can you take Krishna from here? And we will not let him go from this place. And when Krishna disappeared from their eyes or their sight, they fainted, they cried tears. They were emotionally such a surcharge. They were not able to believe that Krishna left them. And throughout their life, they started crying. They were experiencing same emotion as if Krishna is leaving today. So that's why Vipralamba is more inner or deeper than the Sambhoga bhav. Yeah, please read this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Gopis' love. Of all these devotees, the gopis are recognized as superior because always satisfy Krishna, never expect anything from Krishna. Even when you put in extreme suffering, not forget Krishna. They never forget Krishna even when he left them.
Always satisfy Krishna when the Krishna was there. What the Krishna? So this story of that Narada Muni was asking Krishna, who is superior, and then he was like the gopis were asking Narada Muni, you are going to the Krishna, so you can ask him what he want. So he asked that Krishna asked that you can tell the gopis that I am having the fear. I'm having the fever, and I want the lotus feet dust of the gopis. They never thought for a while that how can I give the lotus feet dust of ourselves to apply on the forehead of Krishna. Immediately, they just scratched their feet, and they were saying that how much you want, Narada Muni, how much you want it. Take it as much you would like to. But Krishna should not have the fever for that. We are ready to go. And then the Narad Muni asked that by doing such things, you will go to the hell forever. Gopis replied that let us go to the hell forever. The Krishna should be served, and he will not be having the fever for a second also. Always satisfy Krishna. Never expect anything from Krishna. They never said that, like the Gopi Gita, one of the lines says that what we asked you, O Krishna, in throughout our life, we never asked anything. We never asked anything to you. And we will not be asking anything. We are not the businesswoman here. That you please give me, then I will be giving this love to you. No, nothing. We are not doing a business with you, O Krishna. That you may be doing a business with us, but we are not. So there is the thing the gopis were saying. They were suffering even when they are putting an extreme condition, but they never forgot Krishna. They never forgot Krishna. So it is suffering condition where Radharani was not been asked, was restricted by the Jatila and Kutila, that she will not be meeting Krishna. She was crying in a desperation. She never forgot Krishna in that desperation. She was always in a consciousness of thinking of Krishna and crying. So that's why it is like every moment they were remembering Krishna. Every moment they were remembering Krishna. They were not criticizing that moment specifically because I am not able to see Krishna, or Krishna has put me in that difficulty, this difficulty or that difficulty, or how can I, wherever they were in, whichever the condition they were in, they were always thinking of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Akrura taking Krishna. And what is the state of the gopis? Some are fainting, some are requesting, some are holding the horses. You should not go. Some are cursing Akrura. You are not Akrura, you are Krura. You are taking our life and soul. How Krishna can go from this? Somebody can read this. Shri Shuka Vacha evam bhruvana virabhuta bhushanam Rajashriya Krishna Visakta Manasa Visrucha Lajja Durudhasma suvaram Govinda Damodara Madhaveti.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please.
Sri Sukha Vacha. Evam Bhuvana Virudadura Brusham Rajastriya Krishna Visakta Manasa Visrijya Lajjam Rudasma Suswaram Govinda Madamodara Madhaveti. Sukadeva Goswami said, after speaking these words, the ladies of Raja, who were so attached to Krishna, felt extremely agitated by their imminent separation from him. They forgot all shame and loudly cried out, O Govinda, O Damodara, O Madhava.
Yeah.
Evad alakshyati ekakatur yavad renu ratasya cha anuprastapi tatmano lekyani opalakshita. Sending their minds after Krishna, the gopis stood as motionless as figures in a painting. They remained there as long as the flag atop the chariot was visible, and even until they could no longer see the dust raised by the chariot wheels. Gopi said Krishna tricked elders and parents and gave him permission to go. In our sampradaya, the main subject is to develop loving separation from Krishna. Krishna goes to forest. Gopis are in trance. When will Krishna come back?
Yeah. Leela Asmaran. Please go on.
Leela Smaranam. More than Krishna meeting personally, the discussion about Krishna's pastimes in separation are relished by them. Vrindavanam Parityajya Padam Ekam Na Gachati. Krishna never goes even a step from Vrindavana. Then how did he live with Akura? He stayed back in the Akrura. He stayed back in his Bhava form, Jiva Ji. In this way, we have to live our lives in material world. If we are waiting like this in a mood of sacrifice to please Krishna in separation from him, we are sure to go back to Godhead.
So this is a Leela Smaranam which has been told, or it has been through Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He himself showed with his own example. When seeing the Chataka Parvata, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in ecstasy ran towards the Chataka Parvata as a Govardhan fell. He was always into that zone of the Leela Smarana. He was always in the evening. He was in such ecstatic love for the Krishna. He was in antarbhav of the Krishna consciousness. He was forgetting his own body and was doing a Leela Smaranam of Krishna. Krishna is meeting the gopis and experiencing that same love, what the gopis were experiencing, the same love. So that's why it is like when the Rath Yatra was happening, one day Lord Chaitanya murmured one shloka. You are the same Krishna, you are I'm the same Radharani, and I am experiencing this love for you in ecstasy. I am just my hands, legs, and eyes are there with eyes are filled with the tears. Hands and in ecstasy is prolonged hands, and I'm not able to see that whether my hands are cut off from my body. My legs are always dancing in ecstasy, and you are also in ecstasy because your eyes, or Jagannath, your eyes filled with the love, and you are searching your devotee. So that's why it is enlarged eyes. There is no hands. Hands are within the body, legs are within the body. You are in ecstasy, I am in ecstasy. You are the same Krishna, I am same Radharani. So it is a Jagannath Puri is full of Vipralamba bhava. Jagannath is a Vipralamba for the love for Radharani, and there our Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing the epitome of the Vipralamba in the form of Srimati Radharani searching for Krishna. So, and that state, Radharani always doing a Vipralamba and Leela Smaranam. And so that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sometimes in the night, in the Antya-Leela, it is all the Vipralamba, Leela Smarana pastimes are there, where he is in ecstasy alone, performing such a pastimes the people will not understand. But he was doing a Leela Smarana. And he, by his own example, he is teaching that. Please go on reading this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danda Prana.
Yes.
Brajavasis were not happy to see him in Madura. They wanted Krishna in Vrindavana. And there Radharani said that famous verse, Aidina Dayarda Nada He,
Mathura
Nada Kadavalokyas, Hrudyam Tvad Aloka Kataram,
Daita
Brahmeti Kim Karomi Aham. O my Lord, O most merciful Master, O Master of Madura, when shall I see you again? Because of my not seeing you, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O most beloved one, what shall I do now? Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 4.197.
This shloka, only 3 personalities know this shloka. One is Srimati Radharani herself, because her heart is speaking while she is seeing Krishna in a Kurukshetra, like this, in a kingly dress. Ay Dina Dayadra Natha He Mathura Natha Kadavalokasya Hridayam Tvad Aloka Kataram Daita Brahmati Kim Karomi. And Madhavendra Puripad is reciting this shloka in that same way. We don't want to see the Krishna in that form of the king, Dwarika Adhish. Maybe some will be having a problem. We are Pushti Margis Prabhu. We are the Gujaratis. We always see the Dwarika Nath like this, the kingly dress. But our goal, our Gaudiya Vaishnavas would like to see the Krishna in Vrindavana Vesh always. So that's why it is a mixture. It is a mixture of when the Shringara Darshan opens, we are keeping the peacock feather. We are having the turbans, which is very simple also. In the night, we are having the Vrajavasi dress of the Krishna, because it is original thing. And it's like for others, they may be actually putting the very good jewels or the big necklaces. But that original, like the Vrajavasi or Vrindavan Chandra Krishna, is with the flowers, with the Vanamali. He is the Vanamali. Vanamala dale hue. He is forest flowers or the garlands with that. So that is very attractive for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. We don't want to see the Krishna in such a way that is like gorgeous, very. He is, when it is gorgeous, it is all right. Like the people can get attracted to it. But our heart should be like that. Oh, Krishna in a Vrindavan. Krishna in a Vrindavan. The last slide.
Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam, 10.14.31. Aho ati dhanya vrajago ramanyah dhanyamrutam pitam ativate mudda yasam vibho vatsa taratmajatmana yatraptaye tyapina chalam advaraha. O Almighty Lord, how greatly fortunate are the cows and ladies of Vrindavana, the nectar of whose breast milk you have happily drunk to your full satisfaction, taking the form of their calves and children. All the Vedic sacrifices performed from time immemorial up to the present day have not given you as much satisfaction. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So here we are ending with this shloka, and on now it is the Friday. On Monday, only one shloka is there, and it is not having that much a description. Within 1 hour, I can just finish. So I request that we can have the class from 8 to 9. 8 to 9 it will be there in the evening, not from the 6:30. So it will be 8 to 9. Within 1 hour, I can just finish this shloka. And your test closed book examination is there on 17th. Dasaraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Have you filled that form?
Yes, Prabhu, I've already filled that. I've sent you the confirmation over email, and I've also sent you that attendance sheet, Prabhu. Long back, it's been almost 4 or 5 days.
So you please start preparing for the examination.
Yes.
On 17th, it will be there. In that form, it was mentioned that like which day the examination will be there.
It is a free text field, Prabhu, and I have updated that it will be 17th.
Okay, Prabhuji. So 17th, the examination is there. Please be ready for the examination, and it will be in one place only. The Dasharashpu will be organizing that, and there will be monitored by our baby RV staff. So what time it will be there, Prabhuji?
11 to 1, Prabhuji.
11 to 1. Yes. So all the best for your examination, and we are meeting on Monday, 8 to 9.
Prabhuji, one request, probably on Monday, Prabhuji, if possible, before the class or after the class, if you can spend probably 30 minutes with all of us. I'm sure a lot of our students will be having a lot of questions. So I'm making this request on behalf of them. So if there's any clarification or anything which we all might need, it will be helpful, Prabhuji, if you can just spend 30 minutes. So we can have probably a 1.5 hour call, maybe starting at 7 to 8:30 or anything like that.
Have you started solving the questions?
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
All of you can start solving it, and by that you can start reading this also. Just don't solve that only like the Purvas Swadhyaya, but you can read a whole book also.
Yes.
So if some questions comes out of the Purva Swadhyaya, which is not there in the Purva Swadhyaya, so you can able to solve that. There is some percentage of the questions comes from come from the Purva Swadhyaya, like the 80 or 90%, 95% it is from the Purva Swadhyaya only. Analogies are also there. So analogies also you can see the analogies. Purva Swadhyaya questions you can solve it and start reading the purpose. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Sure, Prabhuji. So can we have from 7 to 8:30, Prabhuji, on Monday?
Oh, I'm having some seva, or the meeting is being organized till 7:30. So that's why I just said that like the 8 to 9 I can have, and 9 onwards, 9:29, 9:30 I can go.
Sure, Prabhuji. We'll primarily have it from 8 to 9. Then after that, based on our questions, if you can just extend by 15-20 minutes, that will be really helpful,
So
Prabhuji.
in that, like the whatever the questions you may be having, you don't ask me the questions like the what is the answer for this question. This is like it is your exercise. You can ask me the structure of this, like the examination or something. But that also it is like mentioned to you all, like the examination structure, how it can be, and how it is like the important to have the solving personally the closed book examination and open book also. How to solve the open book, I can tell you like this.
Sure.
If you want.
Sure, Prabhuji. That will be really.
Please go for the closed book examination very seriously. Open book assessments you can solve simultaneously like that, and send it to Dasharaj Prabhu. He will scan and he'll give it to us. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Shri Prabhupada ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.